Hello, Scorpio, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. So this reading for you is for the new moon partial solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo that is taking place, or it's peaking on the 21st of September. Again, that can differ depending on where you are in the world, so pay attention to where that is for you. For how I'm reading this is from the East Coast of the United States, so that's that. Energy flows where my intention goes, and I love to see this dragonfly right here. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. I think that's very beautiful. I think it's very symbolic. I feel, and I have felt for quite some time, like such a strong, like mystical, magical energy that surrounds the dragonflies. And it's very interesting to see this show up in the reading because like a few days ago, I was outside, I was meditating, and this dragonfly flew onto my shoulder and it stayed there for a while. Like I intentionally sat extra time just because it was there and I didn't want to disrupt it and have it move. So if you're seeing a lot of dragonflies right now, really look up the symbolic meaning of that. There's a lot of beautiful messages that come through with the symbolism of the dragonfly. So again, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided, and energy flows where my intention goes. I feel this energy is speaking of a higher vibration. Like I feel something it feels very uplifting for you. So this energy, this new moon, partial solar eclipse for you can be something that I feel is very inspiring. I feel there's a new beginning associated with this, as that is with all new moons, right? But I feel for you, look, very nice. 10 of Earth is the first card showing up. So I feel like something in your physical realm is moving forward, is ascending, is really stabilizing in some way, shape, or form. Look, I felt the energy of moving, and here we are with the Chariot. I do feel the need to mention to be mindful, because you can see this is moving forward, but it's kind of like she's being distracted. This horse as well is being distracted. So be mindful if distracting things show up in your realm. Be mindful of that, to recognize them for what they are. Are these, it feels to me like distractions. So I feel it's very important to stay focused moving forward and not be distracted by things that are coming at you, maybe from the side, right? Or, kind of like blindsiding you or just distracting you in some way, shape, or form. But this really does, already off the bat, this is one of the best readings that I have seen start out so far. So, and I have done quite a few of them. So, yeah, I do feel something is really shifting and changing for you. If, in your physical realm, that is really bringing a lot of stability and balance with it, is how I'm feeling with this. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Nice. I love this energy for you for sure. This could be within your home, your family, your finances, something. It is definitely in the physical realm. So let's see what other messages want to show up for you, Scorpio. Let's see what other messages are coming through for you. All right, here we go. Second card up is Temptation. That straight up feels to me like that distraction energy. Even when you see what would kind of, I feel like, symbolic and representative of that, you see the heart. And I feel like this distraction can be something. It's interesting because I'm feeling, and it's also at the same side where there was her focus was shifting from forward towards, the left. And I feel like on the right is that 10 of Pentacles, which is right there with that 10 of Earth, right? Judgment on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like it's very important for you to recognize things that are distracting for you, that can be tempting for you, that look like all this, happy. We see the heart there, so it can look like something that you love, that you desire, that you want. It does feel to me like there is some sort of temptation that wants to distract you from moving forward towards that success, towards that victory, right? Because the Chariot does represent moving forward towards success and victory. The World card is the next card showing up. I want to point out that there are 2 major arcana cards, so this is something pretty big, something pretty significant, something life-changing. With the World card, it talks about completing out cycles for a new, closing out chapter so a new chapter can begin. And I feel like that's what the temptation is all about. It's wanting to distract you from closing something out, from putting an end to something. Look, I cannot make any of this up, right? There is the Fool card on the bottom of the deck. It wants to distract you from the opportunity of this victory, of this success, of this new beginning. So it is going to be very important for you to recognize these distractions and these temptations when they present themselves. Use your discernment. 3 major arcana cards that I've seen already. So this is something very big, very significant. I only wanted 1 card, but I got 2. And we got the 8 of Air to the Hanged Man. So this would validate everything I have already said. Like that's how I'm seeing this. 8 of Air talks about feeling stuck, stagnant. I'm not necessarily seeing something, feeling trapped and bound. And I feel like, and then the Hanged Man talks about being held in limbo, right? It talks about going through an ascension, an awakening, an enlightenment of some sort. And I'm feeling the temptation. That's what the temptation is. It is a situation that wants to keep you stuck, bound, hanging in limbo, not moving forward. King of Waters is at the bottom of the deck. This can be a temptation, and I did feel that when I seen the heart, that really plays on your feelings, on your emotions, really stirs something like that up for you. So be maybe even tries to get you caught up in your mind space through some sort of emotional manipulation or something like that. But ultimately what I'm feeling with this is like you are at that threshold of victory, success, achievement of some sort. Like I feel that you are moving towards this right now, and then ultimately there is something that wants to show up and wants to, keep you stuck, stagnant, held back. Wow. Yeah, look, I'm splitting the deck to clarify, and we got the Death card to the 10 of Swords. This is talking about completing as well, ending the energy of sabotage, of betrayals, of deception. That is not a high vibrational frequency. I feel like this temptation that comes in or comes through for you is just something that really wants to sabotage that for you, is how I'm feeling with this. So be mindful, please be mindful, because this is already such a beautiful reading kicking off that I really feel like you are at that threshold of the movement. Look, tower. I feel this tower. Wow, look, that's bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. I feel this tower represents your old structure being dismantled. Like you can see all these people falling out of this tower, and it feels to me like this is representing you letting the old go, letting that dismantle, kicking that out of your energetic vibe, frequency, aura, whatever this is for you, and accepting that Ace of Pentacles, this fresh start, this new beginning, which we've already seen when we've seen the Fool card showing up, right? And then boom, 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 it feels like there is this thing that wants to show up and distract you, tempt you with, I just feel like the devil is in the details, so it can all sound good and this, that, and the third thing. Be mindful of that, because this again, 10 of Cups, I'm seeing 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. There feels to me like there is this new beginning that is happening for you, and I don't even feel like it has been established yet. I feel like that Ace of Pentacles is that new beginning. The bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands, where you are choosing a path, right? And I feel like there is one path that leads to, great success as far as emotionally and physically being stable, nurtured, loved, like solid in your core, in your foundation. And then there is that, like, I feel this side energy, this energy that wants to show up out of nowhere, tempting you. You know, the devil likes to tempt, right? With something that I just feel, whatever that is, like, I feel like it's a temptation, and it's your choice and opportunity to, you know, choose wisely is how I'm feeling. So the first card coming out with that temptation to clarify that is the Five of Wands. Five of Wands talks about chaos, confusion, drama, like all of that. It just comes with a lot of burdens, like, and it could be that temptation, right? That comes with a lot of that, the chaos, the confusion, the drama, all of that energy. We got the Knight of Cups. I've seen this knight in different readings before, and I've really had this kind of not so high vibrational feeling when it comes to this person, because, or this energy, because to me, this energy really shows up, and the vibe that I get from this energy is someone who comes in. It was 11:11 when I said it on the timer. This person comes in, says all the right things. You know, there's a lot of like playing on someone's feelings. There is like this, I just feel like charm, like all of that stuff is part of this temptation, right? It looks good, it may feel good, but there is something that I feel is not solid and stable about that. So again, I feel like it's important to use your discernment. I feel like it's important to take the time out, sit with yourself, trust your higher self, and the downloads you're getting. If there is that inkling of something doesn't feel right, like seeing it for what it truly is. The devil is always in the detail, and believe me, the devil comes along and it doesn't show up with horns. It shows up looking like everything you've ever wanted, right? But if you look and really see, you will recognize what is real and what is not. And I feel like this is going to be a test for you right now. So now we have the King of Water, and look, Seven of Cups. I see a lot of turbulence in this water, so I feel like somebody can be very emotionally, you know, really feeling a lot of emotional turbulence when it comes to whatever this tempting offer is, or this temptation is. When I'm seeing the bottom of the deck and I'm seeing this, I'm seeing Scorpio energy and I'm seeing Venus energy. It is giving me that vibe of, like, I feel, like I said, like it looks on the surface all great, right? But underneath the surface, I feel like there's something that's very toxic. It's a situation that ultimately is wanting to keep you stuck, trapped, bound, that, you know, hanging in limbo, like, you know, that sort of energy. I feel like it's going to be important to stay emotionally balanced through this and really do that, you know, really go within, you know, check on and see what messages, guidance that you're being seen, not ignoring red flags, because yeah, there it shows up now right on the table. It is like, this to me feels like a betrayal, like something that wants to tempt you only to betray you. And look, there's the Six of Wands with the victory. This is on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is something that wants to sabotage and like set you back from a new beginning, from that Ten of Cups, from that Ten of Pentacles, right? It's some sort of sabotage, I feel, and betrayal, and that's the only reason. It's like the devil's going to come in, get what it wants, and then just keep moving. Doesn't care if you're sitting in a Ten of Swords, doesn't care if you're stuck, stagnant, and, you know, setback, doesn't care about any of that stuff. So it is going to be very important for you to recognize whatever that is for you. The next card that comes out is the Messenger. It is the Page of Fire. So this talks about taking action, and I feel, yes, I knew, I felt it. I could feel like you were going to take that action towards whatever this blessing is, that Ace of Pentacles, that fresh start, that new start. you know, I feel like you're going to what is real, no longer wanting to feed an illusion, a delusion, a wishful thinking, any of that sort of energy. I'm just feeling like you're going to be rejecting this toxic energy that may look all great and ultimately not be so great. I feel like you're going to, and I do feel wherever that Ace of Pentacles is, it is something new, it is something different, it's a fresh offer, it's a new beginning. And I'm also feeling like it may be a little bit out of your comfort zone because it's not something you are familiar with, right? Next card that comes up is another page. So we got the Page of Wands, and we have the Page of Cups. So again, fresh, new. New passion, new drive, new energy, new emotional beginnings. This is how I'm feeling with this. I feel like there's opportunity for you to Ace of Wands. Take this Ace of Wands, this new beginning, and move that energy towards that 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. And I don't feel like whoever I'm reading for, I just really am not feeling. I feel like whatever you've gone through in the past has really been, you know, you've learned some stuff out of that, and now like it's a whole new you. You had two cards that want to come out next. There's the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, someone has learned some serious lessons and they're recognizing like, I want stability, I want security, and really recognizing what that looks like versus the illusion of what it would look like, right? Bottom of the deck is the Temperance Angel. So there is a lot of angelic support and guidance for you throughout this process and this movement forward. I'm seeing Venus up there. I'm seeing Virgo right there. So I feel like this is something fresh and new that is taking place. You know, you could really see something eclipsed out of your life, which, you know, that's understandable during this new moon because this is an eclipse moon. And I feel like it's the toxicity. I feel like it's the temptations. I feel like it's the illusions, the confusions, the distorted energy that you are no longer feeding. I'm not feeding into, you know, wishful thinking anymore. I'm feeding into a reality. I'm feeding into an energy. I'm investing into an energy that is solid, stable, that will methodically grow and expand, because the 10 of Pentacles is out here, both decks. So this really, and I did feel that energy of where somebody is recognizing the wishful thinking, which we could see in that 7 of Cups, compared to you know, the reality, the physical reality, and that sort of energy. And I do feel like you are being divinely supported and guided with the balancing out of this in your life, in whatever area of your life this is for you. Again, take what resonates, release what doesn't. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving and seeing what other energies want to show up for you. And you know, the King of Waters did show up twice. So if this is about relationships, right? Like, I feel like you can recognize where, like, unemotionally available relationships are, or unstable emotional energies lie, and where true emotional stability lies is how I'm feeling with this. So next card up is the Queen of Cups. So yeah, I'm feeling trust your intuition. There is an energy that I feel you're going to reject, and I feel like you're going to reject an energy that is not emotionally mature, stable, and it doesn't matter what category of life this fits into, whether it be in your job. Like, I just feel, you know, relationships, whatever. I'm kind of feeling this strong relationships, and it can be partnerships, it can be friendships, it can be family, it can be whatever those relationships are. Like, you're seeing the true emotionally available and stable versus the emotionally turbulent. Like I said, there was that energy of the chaos, the drama, the conflict, all of that sort of stuff. And I feel like this, you're saying no to the mess, right? You're saying no to the conflicts. You're saying no to all the competition and the chaos and all the drama. Yeah. This is someone I feel who is coming out of a feeling of lack. Maybe you felt like your relationships have been lacking something. And, you know, like I said, any of the things that I have mentioned could really pertain to what that is. I'm seeing Mercury and I'm seeing Taurus. So I am definitely seeing some sort of communication or information or something like that. That is really, Taurus is really grounded earthly energy. We've seen a lot of earth energy out here where there is this really big shift in your physical realm, whether it be in your finances, your job, your relationships, anything like that, where you're seeing this Ace of Pentacles being presented to you. And I feel like this Ace of Pentacles represents something brand new for you that allows you to come out of that feeling of lack. And there's the Two of Pentacles. So many pentacles. Look at all the butterflies. Look at all the butterflies, right? This is someone who is coming out of, and I'm seeing the watch as well right there. So I do feel like the timing on this, it's the time. The time is here for, I want to point something else out too. The time is here for you to make a choice and a decision. And I do feel like you have two different choices and decisions, right, to choose from. And I feel whoever I'm reading for, I really feel like you're making the wrong choice, the right choice. I don't know why I said the wrong choice, but delete. I meant the right choice is how I'm feeling. So be mindful of that, please. So you see these pentacles, right? You see these. You see this one bird sitting there, right? And you see this other bird, he's snatching the pentacle and going away, right? Or flying away with that pentacle. So I do feel like there is something being eclipsed out. But at the same time, when I'm looking at this card, I'm feeling like that temptation is that energy of I want to come in and just take something away from you, take away your stability, take away your, you know, whatever it is that they're trying to take away from you. And I don't feel like whoever I'm reading for, you are going to fall for that. I feel like you've learned, you've gained wisdom, knowledge, that sort of energy. Next energy we show up and see is the Knight of Swords. This is the quickest moving knight in the deck. The sun is at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like the sun is going to illuminate something. And I feel what it's going to illuminate is the truth of a situation of, like, if you're feeling really rushed and pressured, you know, earth doesn't move quick, right? Solid earth energy does not move quick. It's methodical, it's practical, it's grounded. It's not this energy that just hurry up. And I feel like you're going to recognize that because it almost feels to me like something wants to come in quickly, comes probably with a lot of drama, chaos, that sort of thing. You know, it's like a competitive energy that I feel wants to compete in order to snatch something, that bird taking that pentacle, right? Take away something that's meant to be for you, which is very solid, stable, and grounded, and just, you know, fly off with that energy. I'm not feeling that taking place. I'm just reading the messages. You can take what resonates, release what doesn't, and be mindful when this energy shows up for you. So the next card is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of, look, this is somebody, the Nine of Pentacles is an independent energy. Again, it's showing up with that Virgo sign on here and Venus on here as well. This is someone who is very independent, self-sufficient, loves themselves, nurtures, and co-creates with the universe. And they're recognizing that they can do this, right? Like they have the strength, courage, confidence, power to manifest this into their physical reality. But it does require choices and decisions along this path. And I feel the choice and decision they're making is to reject this and embrace the celebration of authenticity, of security, stability, that sort of energy. Yeah, look, they're not biting this apple. I don't feel like they're going to bite this apple. I've seen the devil out here twice. So I do feel like this is an energy coming in. This temptation does feel like it's willing to work hard, but, you know, to get what they want. Like they're willing to put their time, energy, and effort into the betrayal, the sabotage, getting you stuck, whatever that is. I'm not feeling that's how this is going to play out. I'm feeling this as you are going to really do that soul searching and recognize what is good for you. Like, no longer feed an illusion or a wishful thinking or something like that. I feel like this is somebody who is willing to stand their ground and reject things that they recognize are not for their greatest good, or is that fly by night energy, like something that's trying to hurry, you got to make this decision. I don't feel like that is the case. I feel like earth energy is patient, right? It takes the time you plant that seed into the earth, right? And then you water that seed, you nurture that seed, you watch that seed grow and ultimately reaches the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. And I feel like someone is at the 9 of Pentacles, right, where they planted that seed a while ago, and now they're about to reap that harvest, and something wants to come in and sabotage it. And I do feel like it's trying to affect your physical realm as far as your stability and security goes. So be mindful of this energy. I do feel for you, Scorpios. This is a very beautiful reading. I just feel like there's some, it's necessary to be mindful of the things that want to come in, distract you, get you, focused in a different direction, losing track of what you're working towards, that sort of energy, and somehow sabotage you in some way, shape, or form. Do I see it happening? I do not, but for whatever reason, I'm going to split the deck. I don't know why it told me to do that, but it did. And look, there's the Ace of Water. No, this is someone going on a new beginning. This is someone moving forward in love, in a new direction, embarking on a new journey that's very emotionally stable, nurturing, that water will, nurture that earth, right? It will grow that 10 of Pentacles. It will grow those seeds. So this is following your heart, trusting your intuition, and allowing yourself to embrace the new. Wow, I love this for you, Scorpio. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I thank you so much for being here. Sending love and light. Have a great day.